That is why you find there is no file attached. Yeah, but all those who submitted their math work in time, those who submitted yesterday, I marked all. I have people like Judith, Mukasa, people like Judith, Mukasa, those ones have not submitted. I mean, they have submitted late. Yeah, so, but we shall go back and then mark that work for those who are submitting late. But as soon as you get the exercise, do the exercise and send it, turn in your work so that it is marked in time. Let's begin our lesson with the opening prayer. Let's begin our lesson with the opening prayer. I want to get someone here to lead us into the opening prayer. I want to get someone here to lead us into the opening prayer. How many people want to lead us into the opening prayer? Okay. Calotte has never prayed for us. I think let's give him or the opportunity. Calotte? Celine?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, lead us into the opening prayer.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, we thank you for the wonderful gift of life. We thank you that you have led us in this day. We thank you for giving us this day. Oh Lord, now we are going to learn. Lead us in our lessons. In Jesus' name I have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Thank you,
Amen.
Celine. Okay, so I hope you people, you will be able to.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you people, you'll be able to listen to me because this side it has started raining, but I think we shall be able to conduct the lesson. Okay, so Paul has asked in the chat that which class is this? This is primary 4, and we are going to learn mathematics. So today is Thursday, 16th September 2021. My name is Akenya Tonny. I teach mathematics and science. So I'm going to teach you with mathematics this morning. As you know, our program is organized by Christian School Owners Association. We give thanks to them for making us learn online, Edify for supporting us, sponsoring the program on behalf of the schools and the parents. We really thank them so much. And not forgetting ITAO, the ICT Teachers Association. So we thank you so much, our sponsors. Thank you. Okay, so members, before we go to what we are supposed to look at, let us just go through some corrections, like 2 numbers for what we learned in the previous lesson. Okay, but before we go to those corrections, we can try to find out. Let me try to ask here whether this is Eric. Yes, admin Eric, are you the one? Admin Eric?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Tony.
Okay, let me make you the co-host because I fear now making a child the co-host. Okay, that is good. Okay, so let's begin with the Prosper. Yes, Prosper, what did we learn last time when we met? Prosper?
Yes, please, teacher.
Yes, what did we learn last time?
We learned about.
Yeah, we learned about profit.
We learned about
Finding, buying price. What about finding loss? We learned about finding, buying.
Okay, so thank you for your responses. You know, I have ever told you that you will be confusing yourself when you sit in P4 class, another day you sit in P5 class, another day you sit in P6 class. You are going to confuse yourself. Be in your right class. If you are in primary 4, be in primary 4. But if you sit in primary 4, you learned about finding profits. Then you go to primary 5, you learned about finding buying price. Then when the teacher comes to revise, you will be confusing because you will be remembering the one for your class. Like some of you are remembering for primary 5. That means some of you are in primary 5 here. So, which is not good. Let's just get from the right person who is in this class, like Deborah. Yes, Deborah, what did we learn about?
Finding profit.
Very good. We learned about finding profits. And I gave you some numbers for you to work out finding profits. Now, we are supposed to do some 2 numbers from here. We are going to do number 1 and number 2. And I want some 2 of you to lead us into this correction. Maybe let's get from Jasmine. Jasmine, can you take us through number 1?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, read number 1 and answer for us.
The factory price of a bottle of soda is 400 shillings. A shopkeeper sells the same bottle at 600 shillings. What is the shopkeeper's profit? Profit equals selling price take away buying price. Profit equals 600 shillings take away 400 shillings. Profit equals you get 600 shillings and you subtract 400 shillings. Then 0 take away 0 equals 0. 0 take away 0 equals 0. 6 take away 4 equals 2. Then profit equals 200 shillings.
Okay, so I think this is from Jasmine. Jasmine, you need to speak a little bit louder.
Yes,
so that
teacher.
your friend can be able to hear what you are saying. Because in some places, in some part of the country, it is raining and some of your friends may not be able to listen to what you are doing. So members, this is how we calculated the profits the other time. I don't know whether you are able to listen to me. Jasmine, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so this is how we calculated profits the other time. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for that. Thank you. Okay, let's go to another person. Is there anybody who wants to do for us number 2? Is there anybody who wants to do number 2? Yes, I can see very many hands coming up. But let me do this. Yes, can we get someone? Okay, we have there Trinity. Yes, Trinity, can you come and do for us that number?
Okay.
Yes.
What?
Can you first read the question? Senku
Senku bought a chair at shillings 20,000 and sold it at shillings 22,000.
That is 25,000 shillings.
25,000 shillings. How much profit did he make?
Okay.
We
So, what is the formula?
Profit selling price minus
Profit
buying
equals-
price. Selling price minus buying price. Profit equals
What is the
35,000
25,000
shillings minus 20,000
minus
minus
20,000?
20,000
Okay.
shillings.
Okay, now we can subtract in the here. We can go to the side where we can subtract. Are you still there? Our friend is still there. Trinity, what happened? Trinity? Yes, Trinity, can you come back and do for us, finish the number? You said 25,000 minus 20,000 shillings. So I'm coming to the side where to write for you 25,000 here. And then, yes. Then we shall take
25,000
Hmm.
take away 20,000
Okay, that is good.
shillings.
Okay, that is good. Then we come here and write the subtraction sign.
Yes.
Okay, begin subtracting.
Take away 0 equals 0. 0 take away 0 equals 0. 0 take away 0 equals 0. 5 take away 0 equals 5. 2 take away 2 equals 0.
So we just write here ceiling, eh?
Yes.
So then,
Profit equals shillings 5,000.
profit equals 5,000 shillings. Very good. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
Okay. Oh, so I don't know what is happening in your background. So members, this is how we have been calculating profits the other time. You realize profit when you sell an item at a higher price more than the money that you have used to buy. So that's when you realize profit. Okay. Yeah. So some of you like Jasmine, they have been working out. Shall we earn in this work? Okay, that is Amanda. Yes, Amanda, you are going to earn in your work after the lesson. So, but make sure that when I give you the work like right now that we are going to learn, you make sure you send your work back to the Google Classroom so that the teacher can mark it in time. Before I come here for the lesson, I must make sure that I mark all your work. But once you send the work as we are entering into the lesson, it becomes tricky for me to mark the work. Otherwise, thank you so much for the 2 children who did the corrections. At least you have shown us that you can still remember what we learned last time. So basically, that is where we are going to stop as far as correction is concerned. Other numbers, you do the same. Okay, so let's go straight away to what we are going to look at right now. Okay, so right now we are going to look at finding profits. I mean, we are going to look at finding loss. So whereas the other time we looked at finding profits, so today we are going to discuss finding loss. That is what we are going to look at right now. And I want your attention, please. Okay, so let me have some few people to read for us our sub-heading today. What is our sub-heading?
Finding loss.
Oh, Ben Carson, I think also your side it is raining. I can hear the sound. Okay, so can we hear from Lisa? Elisa, what are we going to look at right now? Elisa? Elisa, please, can you unmute? Okay, let's hear from our friend, Semo Gerere. What are we going to discuss right now?
Finding loss.
Finding loss is what we are going to.
I've just seen my messages.
Okay, so that is good. Okay, then Ben Carson, yes, you have said it in the chat that we are going to discuss finding loss. Okay, now members, we have got the idea about profit. We have got the idea about profit. Now today we are going to look at finding loss. So when do we realize loss? In what situation do we realize loss? Or what do we mean when we talk about loss? That is what we should first of all understand before we go into detail of this topic of ours today. Yes, so you realize loss when you sell an item at a lower price. When you buy an item and you sell it at a lower price, okay, less than the money you have used to buy. For example, if you buy a phone at 40,000, you buy a phone at 40,000, then you come and sell it at only 30,000. So that means you have made a loss, okay? You have sold your phone at a price which is less than the money you have used to buy it, okay? So I want to alert those who are sending messages in the chat that your messages is only coming to admin and the teacher Tony. It's not going to your friend. So some of you are saying I to everyone. That is only coming to teacher Tony. Okay. So, and if such messages are continuing, then I'm likely to first close it. Then when it comes to the time of response, I will open it and then you start responding through that. Okay, so let's continue. So here we are saying that when we sell an item less than what we paid it, we make loss. So when you sell an item, for example, you go and buy, I told you an example of a phone, that when you sell a phone at a price less than the price you have used to buy, then that means you have made a loss. So now how do I get that loss that I have made from the phone? So we can get that loss by finding or by subtracting selling price from the buying price. So this is how we are going to be finding our loss. Okay, we can find loss by subtracting selling price from buying price. Okay, that is what we are going to be doing. So the selling price that is going to be given, it will be less than the buying price because you have a loss. So therefore, you are going to say loss is equals to buying price minus selling price. Okay, loss is equals to buying price minus selling price. So Amanda, how do we find the loss when we are given buying price and selling price? What is the formula to find the loss? Amanda?
Yes, teacher.
What is the formula for us to find the loss?
Loss is equal to buying price, take away selling price.
Yes, loss is equals to buying price, take
Teacher.
away selling price. Yes, please.
What if you write buying price and selling price in short form?
Okay, what is the short form of buying price?
BP,
And what is the short form of selling price?
SP.
SP. Okay, you can as well write it like that, but the best option would be you writing it in full if you have the space.
Yes, teacher.
And if you don't have the space, you can use the short form like BP and then SP. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So let us continue, members. Let us continue and look at how they can set for us this question. So we have example 1. In our example 1, they are saying, this is our example 1. Yes, our example 1 is coming there. Yes, now here they are saying, Ntanda bought a book at 350 shilling and sold it at 250 shilling. What amount did he lose? Now, remember, we are looking at the loss. So let's look at this friend of ours. Okay, Ntanda bought a book. So here is the word bought. So the word bought, it means that is the buying price. The buying price of the book is 350 shilling, this money. And the selling price of the book is 250 shilling. So you can see that the selling price is smaller than the buying price. So they are asking, how much did he lose? So here, for us to find that money that Ntanda lose, we have to say our buying price. Okay, we can say our buying price. We can say buying price. Let me use a different color, which may be a bit clearer. Okay, let me try to use a different color, which is a bit clearer. So in the question, they have given us the buying price. Okay, our buying price is equals to 350 shilling. Okay, then they have also given us the selling price. According to the question, the selling price is equals to 250. So here we have the selling price of the book and we have the buying price of the book. So you can see that there is a loss after you have paid your 350 shilling. Okay, then after that, you come and sell that book at a lower price. So when you sell the book at a lower price, the price less than the price that you have used to buy, that means you have made a loss. Now, for you to find that loss, you will say loss is equals to, now in this case, the buying price is higher. So then we shall say buying price minus selling price. Buying price minus selling price. So this is the formula we are going to use to find our loss. Now, when we go ahead, when we read the question, we realize that our buying price is 350 shilling minus our selling price is 250 shilling. Now, here you can come and subtract vertically. You can arrange it in your side work or wherever you want to find, and you say, I have 350 shilling. You can write it there as 350 shilling. Okay, I hope I'm trying to be clear because this morning we are blessed with the rain. It may be disturbing some of us in the background. So we have this, we have arranged this. Now we are subtracting to find the loss that Ntanda made. Okay. So we are trying to subtract to find the loss that Ntanda made. So here we are going to say 0 minus the 0, we shall get here 0. Then also here we are going to say 5 minus the 5, we get here 0. Now here we have 3 minus 2. So if I count here 1, 2, 3, and I take away 2, I take away 1, 2. So I realize that I remain with the 1. So what is the loss that Ntanda made? Then therefore, you come and conclude that loss equals to now, you can come and conclude by saying loss is equals to 100 shilling. So that is the loss that Ntanda made from the book that he bought at 350 shilling and sold it at 250 shilling. So that means he lost the 100 shilling. You see, that is where there is a loss. Now, in this case, this kind of things help you to run your business successfully with the time when you open the business. So you need to make sure that you work for the profit, not for the loss. So when you buy a book at 350 shilling, you come and sell it at 250 shilling, you will not progress in that business. So that is where you can realize the loss, when you sell your item at a lower price. And therefore, here Ntanda lost 100 shilling. Okay, so members, I hope that you have followed that example number 1 carefully. And if you have any question before we go to number 2, it's okay. Yes, Jeremiah, do you have any question? Jeremiah?
No, teacher.
Yes, have you followed the question well?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Now, for me, I have a question. I don't know who is ready to answer my question. For me, I have a question. If you are ready, you can put up your hand. Yes, Sam, you are ready? Yes, Sam, can you come on and answer my question?
Yes, teacher.
Now, my question is,
Yes.
in what situation do you realize that you have made a loss? In what situation do you realize that you have made a loss?
When you bought something at a higher price and you sell it at a lower price.
Very good, very good. Let's request people to give you a very big hand clap. Can we clap him? Okay, thank you, thank you. Sam, I hope you have heard what they have done to you. That kind of appreciation. So Sam has said that we realize loss when we buy something at a higher price and we sell it at a lower price.
Teacher, Samugere has a question.
Yes, Semugere. Okay, Semugere, let me look for you and then you give us your question so that we can move to the next. Yes, Semugere, you can come on. Semugere? Oh, but he's not unmuting. Semugere, can you unmute and give us the question? Yeah, that you have a question. Can you give us the question? What has happened? Okay, Semugere, you are there quiet, but at least let me try you for the last time. If you have a question. Yes. And again, I'm looking for you. I can't see you around. Okay, I think network made him to disappear. So we shall give him, we shall hear his question as we move on. But let me hear from Gideon. Yes, Gideon. How do we find the loss when you are given buying price and selling price? How do we find the loss when you are given buying price and selling price?
We have to take away
What do you take away?
buying price minus selling price.
Why do you say buying price minus selling price?
Because when they give you the selling price, when it's less like than the buying price, you take away buying price minus selling price.
Very good, Gideon. Members, can we give also Gideon a very big hand clap? Okay, so thank you, Gideon. Thank you. So members, that is how you find loss when you are given buying price and selling price. So in this situation, you are going to find that your buying price is more than the selling price. And we are saying that whenever you buy something at a higher price and you sell it at a lower price, it means you have made a loss. So in here, Ntanda bought a book at 350. And again, after he later sold it at 250 shilling. And they're asking you find the amount that he lose it. Okay. The amount that he lost, we say buying price minus selling price. Now in this step, when you say buying price minus selling price, you come and replace where there is buying price, you come and replace it with the amount of money for buying price. Minus where there is selling price, you come and replace it with the amount that is representing the selling price. So that is how we find loss. So finally, when we subtract 350 shilling minus 250 shilling, the loss, the loss become 100 shilling. So that is the loss that Ntanda made. So members, I hope you have seen it clearly. Okay, so can we go ahead? Can we go ahead? Yes, so let's go ahead and look at the next question. So what do we have in the next question? Very good. So let's go ahead and look at our example number 2. Right. So this is our example number 2. In number 2, I want at least a child to read for us the question. So let me select here someone. Let me pick someone here to read for us the question. So I can see Joram has come, but we shall give him to ask the question after this example. Let us pick Brian. Yes, Brian, can you come on and read that number?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, the question is there coming. Can you read it?
The cost price of shirt is 22,000. Maria sells the same shirt at 15,000. How much loss does Maria make?
Can you read again?
The cost price of a shirt is 22,000 shillings. Maria sells the same shirt at shillings 15,000. How much loss does Maria make?
Okay, thank you, Brian, for reading. Now, since you have read the question carefully, let's have some few people to answer maybe some of the question that I may raise here. Now, remember they are asking you to find the loss. Now, when you are asked to find the loss, what are you going to look for in the question? And how will you find the loss? Yes, Larry, can you give us what are you going to look for in the question and how will you get the loss? Yes, Larry? Larry, you can come on. Larry?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, now here we have the question. So how are we going to find the loss according to this question? Is that Larry talking?
Subtract.
Yes, Larry? Okay, so let's give opportunity to another person to explain to us. Okay, Mildred, can you come on, Mildred? Mildred, can you come on? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, how are we going to get the loss according to this question?
We are going to subtract buying price minus selling price.
Now, according to the question, what is our buying price?
Our buying price is 22,000 shillings.
Okay, buying price is 22,000 shilling. How about our selling price?
Our selling price is 15,000 shillings.
Okay, now what is the formula to calculate the loss?
Buying price minus selling price.
Okay, so members, after saying that loss equals to buying price minus selling price, then now here you come and replace. Where there is buying price, you replace it with the amount of money. And where there is selling price, you replace it with the amount of money. Now, when we look at the question, in the question, what we are having is they have used the word cost price. So the word cost price is the same as buying price. The money that you have used to buy a shirt, it is called cost price or buying price. So in this case, the buying price is 22,000 shilling. Okay, and then our selling price, because here they are saying Maria sells the same shirt. Remember, this same shirt was bought at 22,000 shilling. Then after that, she came and sold it at only 15,000 shilling. So as he made profit, as he made loss. So we realize that she has made loss because our selling price is less than the buying price. So here you come and continue by saying, now the amount for buying price is 22,000 shilling minus, you come and say the amount for selling price is 15,000 shilling, like this. Now, this question, you have written it horizontally, and subtracting may be difficult when it is like this. So what you do, you go and arrange your question vertically. You need to go and arrange your question. Maybe in the side work, you can come here in the side work and say, now I have 22,000 shilling. So you come and write here 22,000 shilling like this. Okay, you can write your 22,000 shilling very well like this. Now you are going to take away, make sure you write that subtraction symbol. You're going to take away 15,000 shilling. So 15,000 shilling, they all have the same digit. I can just write it like this. Now here I'm trying to follow the Yes, this is what I'm trying to follow. You see? Now, you begin subtracting from the place value of ones, and the place value of ones begins from the right hand side. So we have ones, the digits under ones, we have zeros. So that means we are going to have 0 minus the 0, which we get here 0. And then here also we have 0 minus the 0, which we get here 0. The next place value still we have 0 minus the 0, which we shall still get 0. Now when we go to the next one, it is 2 take away 5. 2 take away 5 is not possible. I have only 2 like this. You can't remove 5 from only 2 like this. So what you do, you go and regroup. So this 2 is going to run to the next place value. So under that place value, we have 2. And since we are removing 1 from it, it remains only 1. So once we borrow there, we borrow 10. So when we borrow that 10, we add it to 2. So that there we get, in that place value, now we have 12. So finally here you come and write 12 on top, and you can cancel this. Therefore, now you are having 12, take away 5. You can now come here and count your 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We are taking away 5 from 12. We are taking away 1. We are taking away 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope members are able to hear me. Okay, what do we remain with? With 1, 2, 6, 7. So meaning 12 take away 5, it remains 7. 0. So you so our loss, the loss that Maria made is 7,000 shillings. So you come back here and conclude that loss is equals to 7,000 shillings. So that is how we calculate loss, members of P4. That's how you are supposed to be calculating loss. I hope, members, you have tried to follow me in this number. Otherwise, I have some numbers that I wanted you to try before we conclude the lesson. So if you have a question, like someone had said that Semugere had a question, you can come on and ask. Okay, if you have a question, now how do I know that you have a question? You can send me a message in the chat that, teacher, I have a question. Then I will be able to pick you. You can send me a message in the chat if you have a question. Okay, I will be able to see the question that you have in the chat, and we shall give you opportunity to talk. Okay, so let me check. There is someone here. Alit Sarah. Okay, Ben Carson, let me go to Ben Carson. Alit Sarah, I don't know even what you wrote there. We can go to Ben Carson. Yes, Ben, can you come on and ask your question? Ben, you put your question in the chat because I think you still have heavy rain there. Okay, let's go to Jonah. Okay, this rain disturbed us a bit this morning. Yes, Jonah, you can come on, Jonah. Yes, Jonah, you can come on. Okay, yes, you said you have a question. Can you ask your question? Jonah? Okay, let me go to Bruce. Jonah is not talking. Let's go to Bruce. Bruce also said he has a question. I don't want to leave anyone who has a question behind before we go ahead. Yes, Bruce.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, you can ask your question.
How did we get the loss?
How did we get the loss? Okay, very good question. You can mute yourself, Bruce. Okay, thank you. Members, Bruce has said, how did we get the loss? Who is ready to answer that question for Bruce? How did we get the loss? Okay, I want to hear someone who want to answer that question. Okay, Mildred, you are there. You want to answer the question? Yes, Mildred, how did we get the loss? Answer so that Bruce can understand how we got the loss. Mildred? Yes, Mildred? Okay, let me get another person to answer what Bruce has asked. How did we get the loss? Jasmine?
Teacher, we subtract.
Try to explain what you subtracted and why you subtracted.
Subtract 22,000, take away 15,000 shillings. Then you subtract 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0 minus 5. It's impossible. You go to the next two, you borrow 1, you make 12. Then 12 minus 5 equals 7. Then you get 7,000 shillings.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Okay, so let me go back to Bruce and try to engage him in the question. Yes, Bruce, can you come on?
Yes, teacher.
Now, Bruce, if you want to find the loss,
Yes, teacher.
yes, you have to look here. You find that the money that you have used to buy the shirt,
Yes, teacher.
you have used more money. How much did you use to buy the shirt? You have used 22,000 shilling, isn't it?
Yes, teacher.
Now, after buying this shirt, you came and sold it at 15,000 shilling. Now, this is the selling price of the shirt. You have used more money to buy, but then you are selling it at a lower price. That means you have a loss. Are you getting?
Yes, teacher.
Now, for you to find that loss, can you try to... Sorry, now, for you to find that loss, I think most of you are staying where there is a lot of rain, and I hope mine also is not making such a sound. Now, for you to find loss, you are supposed to subtract 22,000 shilling minus 15,000 shilling. Okay, so you subtract buying price minus selling price. You get there 7,000. So that is how we have got the loss, by subtracting buying price minus selling price. And why did we subtract? Because our buying price is higher than the selling price. So for us to get the loss, we subtract. So that is what we have done. Now, let's try to go to our next number. Okay, there is somebody who has written here in the chat. Let me try to get a name. Okay, that is Edith. Let me go to Edith. Edith, you wrote something in the chat. Can you come on and write it here? Edith or Gideon, can you unmute? Okay. Yes, I've seen a question you have written. Can you try to ask it so that we can go about it before we go to...
Sarah bought a car at shillings 25,000.
Can I try to write you? Wait for me. Wait for me. Okay. Yes.
Sarah bought a car at shillings 25,000 and sold it at shillings 23,000. How much loss did she make? Did Sarah make?
Okay, even if I say did she make, I'll read it.
Okay.
Okay, members, you see the question that these three children have given us. Is there anyone who wants to explain that question? Okay, if you are ready to explain the question, you can put up your hands and then you explain. You get for us the answer. Is there anyone who want to give the answer for this? Yes, we have Chirabo. Okay, Chirabo, can you come on and answer that question? Christina.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, the question is here set by Gideon and the friends. Edith, can you answer that question?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, go ahead and read the question and answer.
Sarah bought a car at 25,000 shillings and sold it at 23,000 shillings. How much loss did she make?
Yes.
Loss equals buying price minus selling price. Loss equals 25,000 shillings minus 23,000 shillings.
Okay. Yes, Christina, can you continue?
We got our side one. Yes, teacher.
Okay.
We calculate from our side. Yes. 25,000 shillings minus 23,000 shillings.
Minus 23,000
shillings.
Okay, go ahead.
0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. 5 minus 3, 2. 2 minus 2, 0. And shillings.
Okay, so what is the buying price? What is the loss now?
The loss is 2,000 shillings.
The loss is 2,000 shillings. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Christina and your friend. Okay, so Edith and the Gideon, Elton, I think you have seen your number, eh?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so thank you, members. Let me give you this number. I have like 6 minutes. I want you to do this number and you tell me the answer. There are some numbers here that I have for you. So within 6 minutes, I want you to try this number. This one, we have already done it. Okay. Now, this is the number that I want you to try.
Teacher, can we answer that question?
Yes, I want you to answer this question wherever you are, and then we shall ask you to give us the answer. There are two numbers there. Yeah, there are two numbers there. Members, can you try those two numbers? And then we can summarize our lesson. So these are the two numbers that they have asked you to calculate. Once you have finished, you put up your hands and you give us the answer. Once you are done, okay, once you have finished, you can give us the answer. Now, when you are going to give us the answer, I want you to explain. Don't just give the answer. Explain to your friends how you have got your answer. That is basically what I want you to be doing. You make sure you explain to your friends how you have got the answer. Okay? Now, let me see. How about these people who are down here? Are they also trying the numbers? If I pick like some people are not even listening to us because their audio is not there. Let me try Stephen. Yes, Stephen. Stephen. Oh, these ones who are down here, Stephen. Okay, how about Vivian? Vivian, are you trying the number? Vivian, are you trying the number? Vivian and Vicky. Vivian and Vicky. All right. How about Victor? Victor?
I'm trying.
Okay, thank you. How about Ethan? How about Ethan? Are you trying?
Yes, I'm trying.
Okay, that is good. Okay, how about Rebecca? Are you also trying the number?
Lillian is the one you call Vivian. The one who talks to you on the phone.
Yes,
Vivian and Vicky, please. You are hearing a bit of noise there. Yes, you have unmuted. You have muted. That is good. Okay. If you are ready and you have done the number, I want you to now give me the answer. Let me now pick those who have put up their hands and give us the answer. Okay, let me pick those who have put up their hands now. Good. But now, okay. I have here Rahma. Okay, Rama, can you come on and give us answer for number one? Rama?
Number one. So the
Yes.
boat at 3,500 shillings and sold it at 3,000 shillings. Calculating his loss that he made. So the loss equals buying price minus selling price.
Okay.
And then loss equals 3,500 shillings minus 3,000 shillings.
Okay, minus 3,000 shilling. Okay,
then,
you can continue.
Then 3,500 shillings.
Should I write for you in the sidewalk here?
Yes. Yes, sidewalk. 3,500 shillings minus 3,000 shillings. 0 minus 0 equals 0. 0 minus equals 0. 5 minus 0 equals 5. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Then add shillings.
So this is 0 even if we don't write. So what is the loss that you have got?
500 shillings.
Okay, very good. So loss equals 500 shilling. So members, I hope you have seen what our friend has done. I hope that most of you also got the answer. Okay, let me hear from Joram. Have you got the same answer also? Yes?
Teacher,
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I've not understood. Every time you give me opportunity to talk, my network goes off.
Hey, your network has been going off.
Whenever you give me opportunity to talk, it goes off.
Okay, now you try to follow in these two numbers that your friends are doing. Eh?
Should I try number 2?
Yes, you can find number 2.
Okay.
You read the question and do it.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, this one.
Okay, can you read and do it?
One.
Then bought a bicycle at 100,000 shillings and sold it at 98,000 shillings. Calculate its loss.
Okay.
Loss equals buying price. Teacher,
Yes, loss.
equals buying price. Take away selling price.
Take away selling price.
Selling price. Loss equals 100,000 shillings. 100,000 shillings. Take away 98,000 shillings. Then I got my side work. It's 100,000 shillings. Take away 98,000 shillings. Zero take away 0 equals 0. 0 take away 0 equals 0. 0 take away 0 equals 0. 8 take away 0 impossible. Borrow from another 0, 0 don't have. Borrow from 1.
Joram, you are going to say 0
And
take
then
away
is
8.
0.
Joram, it is 0 take away
Yes.
8. Eh? It is 0.
Take away 8 equals 8.
Yes. This is not possible, so you go and borrow from here. Eh?
Take away 8 equals then does not have, you borrow from 1. Teacher, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you and I'm borrowing now,
Then
according to what you are saying.
10.
This one becomes 10.
10. Then borrows. The other one borrows. Remains 9. Then this one 10. Since 10 take away 8 equals 10 take away 8 equals 2. Teacher.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Okay, so I think
9 take away 9 equals 0.
0.
9 take away 9 equals 0.
Okay. So what
Yes.
answer have you got? What answer have you got?
Yes.
Your loss now is
Loss.
equals to?
Loss equals 2,000 shillings.
2,000 shilling. So, okay,
Loss
thank
equals
you, Joram.
2,000 shillings.
Okay, thank you.
Shillings.
Okay, thank you, Joram. Okay, so
You're
members.
welcome, teacher.
Yeah. So members, this is how we.
You are welcome.
Yes, thank you. So members, this is how you calculate loss when they have given you buying price more than the selling price. So you are going to be subtracting. So I know this lesson we were disturbed by rain in our background, but at least I've seen most of the learners have been able to follow the lesson. Otherwise, thank you so much. You are going to find this work in your Google Classroom and you will be able to do the work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher. Bye, bye.
Bye.
Ciao.